So we can carry typically around.
Fly today?
It did. It flew this morning. Went from Indianapolis up to Hamilton with auto parts for GM.
Yeah, I always thought I flight over a lot. I like to look at this airport because I get a lot of traffic coming in from my house. I'm just curious. I don't know if I get on more and stuff. And I noticed that it maybe like more.
Yep. They came in from Hamilton. We actually have customs here, but limited hours, 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Occasionally we can request overtime, but in the area typically we'll go into Willow Run, Metro. Try to avoid Metro because it's very costly. Obviously we want to come back in here. Best price fuel. Our operations are here. We recruit obviously from here. We have several other bases as well. We have aircraft located in Thief River Falls, Minnesota, Phoenix, Arizona, El Paso, Texas, Brownsville, Texas, McAllen operation in Argentina, from Buenos Aires to Tierra del Fuego, moving electronic parts with a 727. Most of our on-demand side. It gives us something of a niche in the large aircraft fleet, the large on-demand aircraft fleet, because it burns about 15% less fuel than the other 727s.
Right.
Okay, so we're able to be that much more competitive, plus we get the range. So a lot of this automotive freight coming out of Mexico, coming up to Detroit, Kansas City, Louisville, that sort of thing, even up to Hamilton, Ontario, we're able to go non-stop. 40,000 pound, being able to go non-stop. Nobody else can do it. And again, these are the kind of niche risks that we've ended up taking. We're the only operator in the on-demand industry of the fan-powered Falcon 20s. You'll notice them, they're a little bit larger engines as you start getting around Falcon 20s. There's a GE-powered Falcon 20 and then a Garrett-powered Falcon 20. The Garrett is the fan engine. The plane can fly for 4 hours, and it burns half the fuel. So GM and Chrysler have both taken notice and specifically requested these aircraft. There was a problem with parts coming from Europe to GM, I think out of Orange or something. They were coming in on flights into Sydney, Newfoundland, and what we were doing, Sydney, Nova Scotia, and what we were doing was there was no connecting flight between there. So what they asked was if we would go up there with the Falcons and just feed the plant using those every 4 hours. They didn't even blink.
Right.
Oh boy, I underbid it. Right? But we made decent money on it. Paid for the aircraft. And it was also at a time when that fuel price was going up. Okay, when it first started going up back in 2004, back in that time period. Then we could be more competitive. We're burning less fuel in the same flight. Fuel is a huge portion of the cost. Probably the number one cost on these aircraft. Even the capital cost on these older planes is almost insignificant compared to the fuel cost.
Do you guys have issues with getting parts for specifically this plane?
This plane, not so much. The Convair are where the issue is coming in. The Convair was originally built in the 1950s. What we try to do is we try to scoop up aircraft as quickly as possible, and I'll show you kind of what we're doing to be able to secure parts. The big fight that we're having right now is with brake discs. Brake discs and brake rings on the Convair. Each disc and ring set is typically about $8,000. Okay. There's 2 on each wheel. It's a huge cost. So $32,000 if we have to replace them. And typically there's about 3.5 months.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm certainly glad to see that this, these types of planes are still flying. But I guess I'm kind of surprised that, since they don't make these anymore, that it would seem like it would get harder and harder to find parts, short of having to actually manufacture parts.
Right.
A lot of this stuff can be fabricated, and there's an entire section of the FARs that talks about fabrication of airframe parts, or even some of the, not so much the engine components. Typically, someone will own the rights to the engines.
Okay.
Rolls-Royce, whatever, will own the rights to it. They'll have the contract to replace components, manufacture components for the air.
This is probably the last time I'm ever gonna get to see one, so
We're here.
I'm
Well,
not trying to like